You are a YouTube scriptwriter specializing in the health niche. I will give you a topic and you will write a 20 to 30 minute detailed and engaging script in a natural, science-backed storytelling style using simple and easy to understand language. Begin with a powerful 10 to 15 second hook to immediately grab the viewer's attention. Write the script as a smooth, continuous narration that sounds natural when spoken aloud, without using headings or mentioning host names. The script should be divided into no more than 3 parts. When I say continue, pick up exactly from where it stopped, up to 3 times. Once the full script is complete, ask me, should I write the conclusion? My topic is simple: eating rules that keep weight off for life. Most people fail at weight loss because they lack discipline. They fail because they follow rules that were never meant to last. Strict diets, calorie counting, cutting entire food groups, these approaches might work for a few weeks, but they always collapse under real life. UK doctors often say the real problem isn't losing weight, it's keeping it off. Anyone can lose weight temporarily. Keeping it off for years requires a completely different strategy, one that works with your biology, not against it. The people who stay lean for life don't diet forever. They follow simple eating rules that quietly guide their choices, even when life gets busy, stressful, or unpredictable. The first rule is this: your body cares more about consistency than perfection. Most diets fail because they are extreme. Extreme restriction sends danger signals to the body. When the body senses danger, it slows metabolism, increases hunger, and stores fat as protection. This is survival biology, not weakness. People who keep weight off long-term eat in a way that feels safe to the body. They eat regularly. They don't starve all day and binge at night. They don't jump between on track and off track. Their eating pattern is boring, and that's why it works. Another lifelong rule is eating to stabilize blood sugar, not just to reduce calories. UK health experts explain that unstable blood sugar is one of the biggest drivers of weight regain. When blood sugar spikes and crashes, hunger becomes aggressive, cravings increase, and fat storage rises, especially around the belly. People who maintain weight long-term naturally eat meals that slow digestion. They include protein, fiber, and healthy fats most of the time. This keeps blood sugar steady and hunger predictable. Notice the wording, most of the time, not all the time. That's another rule. Flexibility beats rigidity. Rigid rules create stress. Stress raises cortisol. High cortisol blocks fat loss and encourages fat storage. Flexible rules reduce stress and make healthy eating sustainable. Long-term weight maintenance isn't about avoiding food you love, it's about not eating it every single day without awareness. Another powerful rule is eating enough, especially after years of dieting. Many people regain weight because their metabolism never recovers. Chronic undereating teaches the body to survive on less. When normal eating resumes, fat gain happens quickly. UK doctors now emphasize metabolic recovery, Eating enough protein, enough calories, and enough nutrients signals safety to the body. When the body feels safe, it stops defending fat. People who keep weight off don't live in fear of food. They trust their body again. There's also a rule about timing that most diets ignore. Your body processes food differently at different times of day. Eating heavier meals earlier and lighter meals later aligns with natural insulin sensitivity and circadian rhythm. This doesn't mean never eating at night. It means not turning night into your main feeding window. Weight-stable people don't eat perfectly. They eat predictably. Another lifelong rule is prioritizing protein without obsessing over numbers. Protein preserves muscle, stabilizes appetite, and supports metabolism. People who maintain weight rarely skip protein at meals. They don't calculate grams, they build meals around it naturally. Muscle is your metabolic safety net. Lose muscle and fat comes back easier. Protect muscle and weight stays manageable. Gut health also quietly separates people who regain weight from those who don't. Fiber-rich foods feed gut bacteria that regulate hunger and inflammation. Ultra-processed foods damage that system and increase cravings. People who keep weight off eat simple foods most of the time, not because they restrict, but because their body feels better when they do. One of the most important lifelong rules is removing emotion from daily eating. Food isn't a reward. It isn't punishment. It isn't therapy. People who maintain weight deal with stress, boredom, and emotions without always using food. This doesn't mean never eating for pleasure. It means not eating only for emotional relief. Finally, the biggest rule of all: weight maintenance is boring, and that's a good thing. No constant resets, no Monday restarts, no "I ruined everything" mindset. Just simple eating rules repeated daily. One of the biggest differences is how they handle normal days, not perfect days. UK doctors often point out that weight regain doesn't come from holidays or celebrations. It comes from what happens between them. People who maintain weight don't save calories all day and then lose control at night. They eat proper meals earlier, even on busy days. Breakfast isn't sugar-heavy. Lunch isn't skipped. This keeps hunger calm and prevents evening overeating. Another simple rule they follow is eating until comfortably satisfied, not stuffed. This sounds obvious, but it's powerful. Dieting trains people to ignore hunger and fullness signals. Long-term weight stability comes from relearning those signals. They eat slowly enough to notice when the body says, "That's enough." Not when the plate is empty. Not when the TV episode ends. People who regain weight often think in extremes. I ate badly today, so the day is ruined. That mindset leads to overeating and restarting tomorrow. People who keep weight off treat meals as individual events. One heavy meal doesn't require compensation. They simply return to normal eating at the next meal. This single rule prevents thousands of excess calories over a year. Weekends are another trap most diets ignore. Many people eat reasonably Monday to Friday and undo everything on weekends. Weight-stable people don't diet on weekdays and binge on weekends. Their eating stays similar, just slightly looser. They might enjoy dessert, takeaway, or alcohol, but not all at once, not all weekend, every weekend. Moderation isn't restriction, it's spacing. Another important rule is protein anchoring. People who keep weight off almost always include a protein source at meals. Eggs, fish, meat, yogurt, legumes, it doesn't matter which. What matters is presence. Protein reduces appetite later in the day. It protects muscle. It makes meals satisfying. This one habit alone prevents mindless snacking. They also don't fear fat. Healthy fats help with satiety and hormone balance. Removing all fat makes meals less satisfying and increases cravings. One surprising rule is that they don't rely on motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Habits are not. They eat similarly whether they feel motivated or not. This removes emotional decision-making. Another key difference is how they respond to hunger. They don't ignore it all day. They also don't panic when it appears. Hunger is treated as a signal, not an emergency. Chronic hunger leads to overeating. Calm hunger leads to balance. Weight-stable people also move away from ultra-processed foods naturally, not because of rules, but because these foods make hunger unpredictable. Simple foods keep appetite steady. And here's an uncomfortable truth UK doctors often mention. People who keep weight off accept that their body has a natural range. They don't chase an unrealistic number. They stay within a healthy window that's easy to maintain. Chasing extremes leads to rebound. Accepting sustainability leads to peace. Most people think weight gain with age is inevitable. UK doctors say that's only partly true. What actually changes with age is muscle mass, hormone balance, sleep quality, and stress levels. When eating habits don't adapt, fat gain follows. People who keep weight off for life protect their muscle first. Muscle isn't just about strength, it's metabolic protection. The more muscle you keep, the more calories your body burns at rest. That's why lifelong weight stability always includes enough protein and regular movement. They don't starve themselves to stay thin. They eat enough to maintain muscle, even if that means eating more than a typical diet would suggest. Another crucial rule is adjusting, not restarting. When weight creeps up slightly, and it does, sometimes they don't panic. They don't crash diet. They make small adjustments, slightly earlier dinners, slightly more protein, slightly fewer ultra-processed foods. These small corrections prevent large regain. Crash dieting after weight gain damages metabolism further. Calm adjustment preserves it. Stress is another invisible factor. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which promotes fat storage, especially around the abdomen. People who maintain weight don't eliminate stress, they manage it. Walking, sleeping, routine boundaries, these are weight maintenance tools, not luxuries. Sleep is non-negotiable in lifelong weight control. Poor sleep increases hunger hormones, reduces insulin sensitivity, and weakens food choices. Weight-stable people protect sleep as much as diet. Another overlooked rule is eating for digestion. As we age, digestion becomes more sensitive. Highly processed foods cause inflammation and bloating, which leads to water retention and fat gain. Simple meals keep the gut calm and metabolism efficient. They also don't constantly track weight. Obsession leads to stress. They monitor trends, not daily fluctuations. The scale is information, not judgment. One of the most powerful lifelong rules is identity-based eating. They don't say, "I'm on a diet." They say, "This is how I eat." Identity removes decision fatigue. And finally, they accept that maintenance is quieter than weight loss. No dramatic drops, no constant excitement, just stability. That quiet consistency is the real success. Simple eating rules work because they don't rely on willpower. They rely on biology, habits, and respect for the body. Weight stays off not because you fight your body, but because you stop giving it reasons to fight back. Lasting weight control isn't about fighting hunger, avoiding food, or staying disciplined forever. It's about creating an eating pattern your body trusts. When you eat consistently, include protein and fiber, manage stress, protect sleep, and stop reacting emotionally to food, your body no longer feels the need to store fat for survival. The people who keep weight off for life aren't special. They simply follow simple rules that reduce chaos inside the body. No extremes, no punishment, no constant restarting. Weight stability comes when eating becomes normal again, calm, predictable, and sustainable. And when that happens, fat loss isn't something you chase, it's something your body allows.